Pickle! The Texas high school football playoffs hit full steam tonight in the area round, the second round of the Texas high school football playoffs. Only 352 Texas high school football teams in the UIL remain. And there are 176 games scattered hither, scattered yon, across the state of Texas, starting tonight. But of those 176 games, I decided to be an idiot. Like weeks ago when we started conceiving of what our Thursday shows were going to look like. And I was like, what if I picked the top 10 games of the week? Not knowing how tough this would be.
Yeah, especially in the playoffs.
Let's roll out my top 10 Texas high school football games of the week, starting with number 10, Wasam and Garrison. Wasam and Garrison is the 10th best game on this list. It's going down tomorrow night at Bulldog Stadium in Carthage. This is a 2A Division I Region 3 matchup. And I'm fascinated by it because we're going to have a new state champion in 2AD1 because Timpson went down to Hearn last week. And furthermore, we are going to have a new Region 3 champion because Timpson has won the region each of the last 2 years. Garrison finally got over the hump against Garrison in they have a great rivalry name for it. There's like a river that goes between those two teams. I apologize. I can't pull it up in my brain right now. But
I am unfamiliar with the river rivalry.
Garrison finally got a win over Timpson this year, and now they feel like they can take on the world. They will have to get by a Wasam team that I'm really high on. I like this Wasam team a lot, and I think that the playmakers they've got, like Nate Espy, they have got dudes all over the field. And they are fast. They are physical. They play with an edge. Can Garrison continue their running game, get that up to speed? That is a huge game that I think the winner of this game, golly, it's a sneaky region because like Honeygrove and Beckville loom in this region as well. But I would say for now, the winner of this game, I don't know. They're going to play Honeygrove next week, and then that's going to be a huge game. So, like, this is the first of what would be a 3-week gauntlet for both these teams if they were to get through it. Wasam and Garrison, my number 10 game of the week. Number 9, Sunray and Hawley.
The fact that this is number 9 speaks to the depth of this week. That's insane.
So let me tell you something.
Dude,
Pickle.
Go ahead. Here with a statement is Greg Tepper.
We're going to do our our Visit Lubbock games of the week coming up here later in the program. Bro, if you're in Lubbock and you're just not like overdosing on high school football this weekend, what are you even doing? It is a ludicrous week in Lubbock, and this one is one of the ones that takes center stage. Going on tomorrow night, Friday night, 8 o'clock. It's the nightcap at Patriot Stadium in Lubbock. For my money, this is one of the... depends on what you think of a game like Westwood and Columbus. It depends on what you think of a game like another game that's going to be on this list. But this might be the quarterback matchup of the week. You've got Keegan Abels for Hawley against Armando Luan for Sunray. Armando Luan can become, with a big game, I think he needs about 400 yards, he can become the state's all-time leader in career passing yards. Hawley is no joke, and they have got that dude at quarterback too. I am absolutely fascinated. This is the first of 2 huge games in 2A Division I Region 1. Who knows if we see the other one here? But a massive, massive game. And the winner of this game, they're probably going to deal with the winner of the other game. So, like, I can't even make these broad declarations. This is good enough to be a state semifinal. This is a top 10 matchup in 2AD1. It is a colossal clash, Sunray and Hawley. Number 8, Poth and East Bernard. Now, here I can make a broad statement about this.
Okay.
These are, in my opinion, the 2 best teams in Region 4. I think the winner of this game is winning 3A Division II Region 4.
We were completely split on this in regional picks from the staff, so yes.
This game's going down tomorrow night, 7 o'clock at Memorial Stadium in Victoria. And what Poth has been able to do, quietly 11-0, smashing people, number 2 in the state, they've been terrific. and this is not a patch on them. I'm interested to see what happens when they go up against an offense that can give them a push like East Bernard can. I love this offense. I love what Coach Jeremy Jenkins has kind of done there to turn this program from a slot T into like a spread problem. And they've got athletes out there. Poth and East Bernard, I think the winner of this game is playing in a state semifinal. And we're only here because Tidehaven upset East Bernard in week 11. Those games matter, and this is the result. We get a second-round matchup between what I think are the two best teams in 3A Division II Region 4.
Before we go to number 7, can I do a quick interjection here?
Here with a quick interjection, Ashley Pickle.
I don't know if I'm saying this correctly, but courtesy of our friend Ace, going back to the Wasam and Garrison matchup, Battle of the Adiac,
Adiac.
Adiac, Atttoyac.
Yes, that's right. That's exactly it.
Shout out Ace.
That's exactly right. Big matchup. Number 7, South Oak Cliff and Huntsville. I'm sounding the alarm. Okay?
Are you going to do it?
I'm not going to do it.
Are you taking Huntsville?
I'm not taking Huntsville.
Weak.
But I am putting this on upset watch. Okay?
Huntsville's not a bad team, and they went through a grueling district.
Huntsville's battle tested. Huntsville is playing exceptional football right now. Huntsville's defense is legit. And South Oak Cliff has not played a team in their weight class in 2 months. Okay? This is a Saturday affair in Waco. And look, Jason Todd's going to have his boys focused. I am here to tell you that Huntsville is not to be trifled with. I am here to tell you that this is a good Huntsville team, and if South Oak Cliff plays a B- game, they're going to lose. Okay? Plain and simple. This is a good enough team to beat South Oak Cliff. They have got to be on their toes because this is a good Huntsville team. South Oak Cliff and Huntsville, my number 7 game. Number 6, Wink and Stratford. So, back to 2A Division II, and back to Lubbock. Friday night, Lowry Field. I told you, it's a ludicrous week in Lubbock. The winner of this game, I think, is probably playing Stratford for the regional final, and I might be tempted to take the winner of this game to win the region in Region 1. For Wink, they have reloaded on the fly. We thought when Cannon Gibson graduated, oh, well, Wink going to fall back to the pack. Not so. They have been unbelievable. Kamid Fasciani, their running back, has stepped up in a big way. They've got a sophomore quarterback who stepped up in a big way as well. This team is ready. They are back. They are at least a year early. And this sophomore quarterback, Lane Lesby, has stepped up in a huge, huge way. Stratford was our preseason number 1 team in the state. And I want to be clear, I don't think Stratford has a bad loss on their resume. But I also think that this is the kind of thing that because when realignment came out, we thought, pay attention to this. Pay attention to these second-round matchups. Their losses this year are to Panhandle. Might talk about them in a moment. Sunray, already talked about them. And Groover, a team I might see in a regional final. This team doesn't have a bad loss. They've got that dude in Bryce Braden. Can they survive a huge, huge test in the area round? This is a massive matchup. And I think, again, big statewide implications because the winner of 2A Division II Region 1, I think, is going to be the favorite to, well, no, they play Munster in the semifinal. They can give them a run. Fascinating ball game here. Number 6, Wink and Stratford. To the top 5 we go. Number 5, College Station and Lufkin.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
That's right. College Station and Lufkin.
This game rocks.
This game's really fun. I'm excited you guys are going to get to talk about it on Friday night on Texas Football Tonight. It's going down Friday night at Randall Reed Stadium in New Caney. So College Station's been fantastic this year. They've got the 1 loss on the year. This is a College Station team with Aiden Martinez-Brown, with Corcoran, Cade Corcoran, their quarterback, been really, really good. They've reloaded on the fly. I think their defense is a little bit underrated. I love what they've done. If you are not paying attention to what Lufkin is doing, now is the time. So they have a week 1 7-3 loss to Longview. A 6A 7-3 loss to Longview. Okay? And that is it. Okay? This Lufkin defense is nasty. They are nasty. And they have got playmakers, which is not a surprise for anyone who knows anything about Lufkin and that part of the world. They have got dudes all over the field. And this feels like the class that I think that Todd Quick has been waiting for out there at Lufkin. I am absolutely fascinated to see what comes out of this. I'm excited to see Kedron Young, their running back. I think that they've got playmakers all over the field. This is a fascinating, not Kedron Young, Zion Williams, their big defensive lineman, and I'm excited to see what they do offensively against what has been an excellent College Station defense. Fascinating ball game there, College Station and Lufkin. Number 4, Westlake and San Antonio Brennan. And it is the latest chapter of can San Antonio beat Austin?
And it won't be the last one.
It won't be the last one, but this is the first big one. And here's what's important to remember. This is a really good Brennan team. Really good. Mm-hmm. Okay? They have given up 86 points this season. 86 points this season. Okay? They played a 10-1 Harlan team and beat them 51-14. Okay? They have been drumming people. They have a win over Smithson Valley. I know it's a 6A or for a 5A, but still, their defense has been electric. Okay? They have given up 28 points since September.
That's crazy.
Okay? But what do they do against Westlake? And what do they do against not just Reese Wise and not just the playmakers they've got, but what do they do against Austin? Because this has been the bugaboo for San Antonio. We get to this point, and it's Austin versus San Antonio, and Austin just goes and smashes them under their thumb. Can Brennan's defense let them hang? The good thing is that I think their defense can allow them to keep it in it and win a low-scoring game, but it's hard to pick against Westlake, especially in Austin at Burger Stadium. Fascinating ball game, Westlake and Brennan. Number 3, Stanford and Panhandle.
Yep.
Tonight in Lubbock. I told you, it is a ludicrous week in Lubbock. The other 2A Division I Region 1 matchup. It's the number 1 team in the state, the Stanford Bulldogs, up against Panhandle. And I am here to tell you that Panhandle is good enough to beat them. Panhandle, you may remember, has the 1 loss on the year to Sunray. But other than that, been cruising. Been fantastic. And they are legit in every sense of the word. I love what they do on the defensive side. They're aggressive. And I think that they're going to be able to put Stanford in some binds. Furthermore, Broxton Robinson, their junior, that dude. They've got that dude. For Stanford, they have been untouchable. They've got the win over Hawley. That's a signature win. They have got playmakers everywhere you want to have playmakers. I think Christian Duran, their quarterback, has really stepped up in a big way, but to me, it's Caston Vega. It's a running back, and what a star he is for them. Can Panhandle make Stanford one-dimensional? Can Stanford contain Broxton Robinson? A ton of intrigue tonight in Lubbock. Number 2, Alvarado and Frisco Panther Creek. Also tonight.
Mm-hmm. I'll be there.
A lot of the Dave Campbell's crew is going to be there.
Yeah, at the Star
in Frisco. Points. Just points.
That's the name of the game.
We're going to talk to the head coach at Alvarado, Casey Walraven, coming up here in a moment. But this is another game that may lay claim to being the best quarterback matchup in the state this week. Mm-hmm. Graylin Fry for Frisco Panther Creek has been electric. He's got Jalen Lott on the outside. Going up against Cartier Collier at Alvarado, who is just box office.
His stats are stupid.
And you're talking about these two offenses indoors on a fast track. I think you're going to need to score 49 points to win this game.
Yes.
Pointsy, exciting, up and down, transition basketball here. Excited to see Alvarado and Frisco Panther Creek. It's my second biggest game of the week. Number 1, Galena Park, Northshore, and Fort Bend Ridge Point.
Live on Dave Campbell's Texan Live.
And we are now starting in 6A Division 1 Region 3. We are starting the bloodbath. Okay? Because these two teams are really good. And I think there's a notion that Northshore is untouchable in region play. I think Ridge Point matches up really well with Northshore. Mm-hmm. The offensive playmakers they've got, I think Ridge Point can do it. I'm not picking it. I want to be clear. I'm not picking it. But I am telling you that if you are to put together the kind of team that can give Northshore trouble, it's a team with a true QB1, like Austin Carlisle, is a team with tons of weapons on the outside, like Dane Jones, like Robert Haynes, is a team that plays big-time defense. It's a team that's given up fewer than 20 points per game. It is a team that forces big plays. This is a team that has 136 tackles for loss and 42.5 sacks to go along with 9 interceptions on the year. I am fascinated by this, and the bloodbath begins in Region 3. Northshore and Ridge Point, a huge game. And the winner might get Katie. So,
fun.
Like I said, we're getting to the good part there in Region 3. There it is. My top 10 Texas high school football games of the week. Your mileage may vary. Let me know which games I missed in the comments. I will read all of them and treasure them deeply.